Adaisha and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you all the hair products, the hair tools, all the steps you need to achieve these knee-length knotless box braids that I did on myself, so keep watching. The type of braiding hair that I use for these braids is the freetress clean therapy pre-stretch expression braiding hair, and I used all 3 packs. I like this hair because it was pre-rinsed and cleansed in a vinegar wash, and it's chemical free, residue free, and itch free for those who have problems with braiding hair itching their scalp. For making my parts look sleek and neat, I used the Shine and Jam by Magic Fingers. To set my hair, I used the Nairobi setting foam. To detangle and part my hair, I used a rat tail comb and a paddle brush. And you're also going to need scissors, clips, and hair ties. Alright, now let's start braiding. So first, I'm just showing you guys all the rows that I pre-made before I started doing the braids. I have a total of 6 rows all around my head, including that little one in the middle of the very top of my head. I clamped that as the 6th row, and I'm going to start with the bottom row and work my way up. Now we're going to be separating the hair into pinky width sections. The pieces of hair should be no bigger than a pinky width because we're going to be feeding in the hair as we braid. Now that we're done all the prep work, I'm going to start with the back row and begin braiding. Before I start braiding, I like to detangle my hair with the paddle brush and use some light oil to seal my ends and protect it while it's in the braids. And then I'm going to start parting my hair with a rat tail comb. Make sure you double check your parts so you can know that they're equal in size. For the medium-sized box braids, that is key. Parting is key to getting these box braids looking nice. I'm telling you. Now I'm going to take some hair clips and clip the pieces that I'm not working with out the way. And I did change my shirt mid-video because I wanted to make sure that the black was not being camouflaged with the braid. I wanted you guys to see the whole process clearly, so I changed my shirt to white. But anyway, I'm gonna use the Shine and Jam all over my hair, all over my part. I like to put the Shine and Jam all over my hair because it just makes my braid look neater, because I tend to get like little fuzzy pieces of my own hair in the braid, and I don't like that. And now we're gonna start braiding our real hair into a plait before we add any braiding hair. I like to braid my hair into a plait twice, and then once I'm back on the right side, I add a piece of braiding hair with my index finger and my thumb, and then I keep on braiding. The key to feed-ins is you need to braid neat and slow so you can get it right the first time. And now I'm going to add my second piece of braiding hair on the right side with my index finger and my thumb, and keep braiding until I'm back on my right side. And then I'm going to add another third piece of braiding hair and do the same thing. And when I'm back on my right side again, I'm adding the 4th piece of braiding hair. This is how we get that medium-sized braid. You want to keep feeding in piece by piece so we can get a medium-sized braid. So in total, I added 4 pieces of braiding hair to get a medium-sized braid. And once I finished adding in those 4 pieces, I added more Shine and Jam to my ends so my ends won't stick out in the braid. And then once you get to the middle of the braid where it starts to get smaller and smaller, we're going to add another 2 pieces of braiding hair so the braid can be equal in size from base to end. Okay, now that I'm at the middle of my braid, it's starting to get small, so I'm going to add that piece of braiding hair just like we did in the beginning, a regular feed in. Make sure when you're feeding in the braid in the middle, there is no knot showing. You have to do it slow and neat. And now I'm going to add the second piece of braiding hair once I'm on the right side again, and keep braiding until you're at the end. Once you're at the end, I like to tie a double knot around the ends so the braid won't come apart. And I'm doing this in slow-mo so you guys can get it right. It's just a simple knot, but if you can't get it, rewatch this part. Take a thin piece of the end of the hair, tie it around the braid, make a loop with your finger, and pull through so you can make a knot, and it should look like this. And that is how I do my knotless braids. Here I'm just showing you again the first step to the last step of how I do my knotless knee-length box braids. If you guys are still having trouble getting the knotless braid technique, I suggest you replay the video, keep pausing at each step, and keep practicing each step as you pause along the video. That will really help you get the knotless braid technique. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to come back once the braids are all finished, and we'll move on to dipping the braids in hot water and setting them with the setting foam. The braids are all done. This took me about 8 hours, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, my fingers were hurting, okay? But I mean, it's all worth it because these came out exactly how I wanted. I used all 3 packs of braiding hair. Every single inch of that braiding hair is in my head now. 3 packs was definitely enough to get these braids. They're so long, down to my knees, and I love them. Now we're going to move on to dipping the ends in hot water. Before I do this, I just detangle the ends of my hair with a paddle brush, and then I dip each side one by one into the pot of boiling water. Make sure the pot is boiling because we want these ends to be nice and neat and sleek and straight. And make sure you get a towel for this portion because that hot water is no joke. I don't know why I got rags thinking that was going to help anything, but please get a heavy, like, thick towel so you don't burn your hands with this hot water. I was being dumb. After boiling the ends in hot water, I just take some oil and oil my scalp because I know it was dry. And now I'm going to take my narrow bead setting foam and put that all over my braids. I'm not really focusing it on the parts because I feel like it's going to make my parts not look neat anymore and it's going to curl up. So just focus that on the braids only from root to end. And to protect the braids at night, I just use a large bonnet. And that's really it. That's the look, guys. I really love these knotless braids. I'm so glad I did them, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.